Thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Mike Tellerino. I am your host for tonight's broadcast. I have Ken Avery, our director and co-host, K9 for Veterans, and I have Anthony Gartner. There
you go.
That's got it. Tony, I've known you for a while. You work for an amazing company called Ferguson. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your role with Ferguson first?
Yeah, so I am our business development manager essentially for the Midwest region. We have our brands of products, kind of like Kirkland brand for Costco. We have that for Ferguson. We're a plumbing wholesaler nationwide, and so I'm just in charge of growing our products for the Midwest.
Well, it's an amazing company. You have partnered with K9 now for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. Am I correct in saying that?
2 years.
2 years. Tell us, what inspired Ferguson, number one, to choose K9 and also to partner with the veteran organization?
Yeah, so the way it all started was typically every year we have a promotion around one of our products. It's our sump pumps every spring. It's pump season, especially up in Chicago when it's all wet. And instead of giving products away or giving koozies or hats or something, we wanted to do something a little bit different. And originally I had come up with an idea and it wasn't quite good enough. So it got shut down pretty quick. And so I kind of went back to the drawing board, and in thinking about it, my mom had worked with the American Legion in Cincinnati, Ohio, and had partnered with a group down there called Hooves that supports veterans through using horses for care, and kind of bounced off of that idea and went on to the Illinois VA website. And on there was an organization called K9s for Veterans. And we started doing some more digging into that and got all the documentation and the paperwork and thought that would be a great cause to support with our product and with our donation.
Well, I've got to know your mom,
yes.
Who is just, I tell you, she's an amazing lady, huge supporter of K9 for Veterans. I mean, she's done so much. In fact, I was just with your mom at our service dog dedication that we had in Joliet, where she brought me a check to sponsor a service dog for a veteran. And that check not only paid for the adoption fees, medical bills, food for the entire dogs, for the lifespan of that dog. And that's only one of the dogs that she's done. Last year, Ferguson sponsored 7 dogs. 7. No other organization has ever stepped up and sponsored 7 dogs at one time.
Never.
How your mom and Ferguson was able to do that, I'm still like beside myself because it was just amazing. Ferguson, I obviously is dedicated to helping veterans.
Yes.
That's one of the causes that they hold near and dear. How did you get was it easier to get your customers? I know when you had a sale, so much of each one of your products, or certain products would, some of the proceeds would go to the donation for K9.
Mm-hmm.
How easy was it get them on board to go along with, sponsoring that, or buying that product and sponsoring K9?
Yeah, so really, it was really cool because with K9s, you kind of hit on 2 points. You've got the animal piece with rescuing dogs from kill shelters, and then you've got the veteran support piece, which between those two, if you don't like dogs or don't like veterans, then you're kind of, I don't know what you're doing here. Between the two, that kind of hits the home for somebody out there. And so really, we had a tremendous amount of customers and vendors and associates that were very passionate about this to the point where, we at the end of our promotion, we actually gave out challenge coins to some of our top customers throughout last year. And actually, one of them framed it and put it up on the wall in his office. Wow. I had another one here locally in Chicago who came up to me, and I talked to him a couple weeks ago and said he buys our pumps now specifically because of what we have done with it. We had another customer in Michigan that bought, I think it was 240 pumps at one time.
Wow.
Because of this. So I mean, that was over $1,000 just from one customer and one order. So it was tremendous to see how many customers it impacted and how much it really resonated with people. We even had a vendor, Watts, who donated on their own independently to you guys. I think it was a couple $1,000 for that one. So I mean, everybody was all in on it.
I guess what makes a company like Ferguson feel so strong about helping veterans? What do you think it is?
So it's actually kind of funny you say that, because another bullet point I had here was that we were voted by the Military Times one of the top veteran employers in the country.
Wow.
It's really top down within the leadership. You know, we have we call it a business resource group within Ferguson. They've got multiple types of them, and one of them is called Valor, which is for veterans and supporting veterans. And they have, whether it be guest speakers that everybody can listen to and participate in, to just having somebody to talk to, whether it be for kids or spouses or the veterans themselves. I think it really just comes down to leadership, again, top to bottom, that are behind the cause and really support it. You know, one of our vice presidents within Ferguson is a military veteran. So yeah, it really is the entire organization.
I know we got a huge donation of faucets and just you name it from Ferguson, which we were able to resell in our outlet store located in Bolingbrook, Illinois, which all proceeds go to help us to provide another service dog to veterans. Ken, why don't you tell us what that donation was like?
Oh,
you had to help unload it.
Yeah, not only did I have to help unload it, I also had to. The cool part is I've done this a little bit, so I would have to explain it to customers. Hey, you want this? This is how you install this. This is gonna. You show it this way. You can do it this way, and Ferguson was so good for us, and it was so good for the people that came in and bought them. And I would get phone calls. Hey, it's doing this. I said, okay, do this. And they're like, wow, you're so good at this. I said, no, it's the product that's good. I'm just helping you out. I'm just giving you a little leeway right in here how to do this and everything. But the amount of faucets that you brought in, I want to say, honestly, we were pretty much sold out in 2 months.
That's awesome.
2 months. I mean, everything was gone.
We raised enough money from your faucets to sponsor, I think, 2 service dogs.
Yeah.
Was it 2?
Wow.
2 dogs.
Just from the donation.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I mean, when your mom, Kirsten, called me and said, hey, we can make some donations, some of the products that we're discontinuing or whatever reason they were going to donate them to us, I thought, oh, how nice. We'll take some. Truckload after truckload came in.
You can't imagine how many truckloads I had to call people up.
Reggie,
I had to call friends, help.
Reggie, our vice president, said, is this for real? She kept getting calls from trucking companies. Now we got to come out. We got a delivery going to come in to make a delivery to your location. Really? Yeah. And like I said, it was. I mean, it helped us raise funds, like I said, for 2 service dogs. And again, Ferguson to the rescue.
Yeah, you guys.
I mean, it's such an amazing company that you're with.
You know, like Michael was saying, a lot of people don't know is that it costs about $7,500 per dog. You know, to feed them. You know, general veterinarian. That's for the life of the dog too. But what you guys did, I mean, that went well beyond that. So we could also help out other veterans too with the donations that we got from you, your mom, and Ferguson. I want to make a quick mention though. Your Addison people, the people up in Addison, top notch, fantastic, took care of me, an old frail guy that I am. They actually even loaded the hot water tank into my vehicle, which, again, I don't know all their names, but you have one heck of a crew.
Thank you.
Up in the Addison. I did meet some of the ones on the north side of Chicago. They're just as good. Just as good. So a lot of credit to you guys for that.
Everybody that I've ever talked to at Ferguson has just been amazing. They really have. They couldn't do enough for us. I mean, there's not many organizations that are willing to step up the way that Ferguson did to help veterans, and especially K9 for veterans.
Yeah.
So it was just been our relationship has been a gift. It really has. You know, we can go on and on about the donations that you made, but it's with the heart that you have, your mom has, and Ferguson has in general, that makes what you do so overwhelming. It really is. I mean, again, those veterans, through your donations from Ferguson, those 7 dogs at one time that we donated, I mean, these veterans you changed their lives. You'll never know how much you changed their lives. You just won't.
Yeah.
It was a huge deal. What do you see in the future for Ferguson?
So the goal is obviously to expand this as much as possible. I think this year we really did a good job growing it outside of our initial phase of just doing the Midwest with this, and we had another territory join in with us on this in our Plains group, which is based down in St. Louis. And then we had another organization in the Mid-Atlantic that ended up copying us and doing it. They actually found an organization in Virginia locally that they could use with that. But just to keep growing this as much as we can, keep coming up with new ideas and new ways to support K9s, and keep growing it throughout the Midwest.
Your main state is Ohio, right? That's where your corporation is out of?
No, we're headquartered out of Newport News, Virginia.
Oh, Oh, Navy.
Yep.
Air Force. Okay.
Yeah, so we've got
Go Navy.
I think we've got about 1,200 locations nationwide.
Wow, that was going to be my next question. Yep. That many, huh?
Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow. How big are you in the Chicagoland area?
We've got I want to say at least 5 or 8 locations in Chicago.
Really?
So our main branch is in Addison, Illinois. We've got 3 or 4 locations spread around downtown Chicago, South Side, the one by Wrigley. Ken went to.
Ken knows all about that one.
We've got some up north in Rockford, and then down in Peoria and in out by Joliet.
What do you think contributes to the success of Ferguson? I
As
know the customer service is awesome.
Yeah, it's really comes down to our partnership and our relationship with people. I mean, that's ultimately all of our jobs is relationship based. I mean, that's something I think Ferguson as a whole prides themselves on, is building and maintaining relationships. Just like this, I mean, it's the same exact kind of thing as building those relationships with people to where you're their trusted partner, not just the guy you call for a part.
Plus, it's your product.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your product is top notch.
Yes.
I've worked with a
Product
few, but
speaks for
you
itself.
guys are top notch when it comes
It
to them
does.
products.
Yep.
Yeah. And like I said, when we put those faucets in our store, and I put pictures out there on Facebook advertising that we had, I'm going to tell you, we had a rush to the store. Really. The people were calling, hey,
awesome.
do you have any more of these coming in?
Yeah.
You know, it was just, it's just
Hopefully we do
amazing.
soon.
Well, yeah, I mean.
Working on it.
I know we talked about that earlier. So, and your mom, Kirsten, she has just been, like I said, she's an amazing lady. She really is. She has such a huge heart, and she loves working with K9 as much as we love working with her.
Yep.
I mean, it's just she's just a great lady.
She's a dog with a bone.
I'm sorry?
She's a dog with a bone. Once she picks it up,
I'm going to tell you, she's always thinking of what she could do for K9.
Yep.
And it's like, God, if we had more people like that, we'd be in great shape. You know, again, Ferguson is a company that I couldn't recommend enough.
Thank you.
Just because of your support to our veterans. We owe our veterans so much, we really do. And, what you're doing. Now, if a veteran applies for a job at Ferguson, are they given any kind of priority treatment?
I don't know. I mean, I know every corporation has the clause
Right.
of you can't discriminate upon people. I think it probably comes down to a lot of who the hiring person is, but I think in general we view veterans very highly just in the organization just because of the structure and some of the things that they've learned, even though it's
Right.
not standard education, if you will, for certain people that obviously they have work experience and those kinds of things. And I mean, we have veterans, like I said earlier, veterans all throughout our organization, whether
Right.
it be in sales, in the warehouse, in leadership. There's definitely a place for veterans within Ferguson.
What would you recommend to other companies to get involved with the organization, if not Kenny, like just veteran organizations in general?
Well, along the short, be copy us.
What?
Copy us.
Copy, okay?
Pick a product and
That's a hard act to follow.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's a hard act to follow.
Yeah, but
Ferguson has done so much for K9. It's right at the top of my list of organizations that just went above and beyond.
yeah, I think it really comes down to finding a good product that connects with people and finding an organization like K9s or K9s that connects with the community that people are passionate about or a cause that people are passionate about.
You know, just working with Ferguson has been a great relationship for K9. It really has. It's helped us provide service dogs to veterans that totally changed their lives that we couldn't have done
Yeah.
without Ferguson's help. I mean, really. You know, just at the last service dog dedication, your mom walked in a dog and presented it to a veteran, and your mom had a smile on her face that, you know, and she just can't do enough to help K9. And, you know, I think the world of her. I think the world of everything that she's done for us already. And she's always got a new idea.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that about your mom?
She's a marketing freak.
How long she been doing this?
30, over probably close to 30 years, if not over 30.
Okay, well,
So,
that's why,
Yep.
she's good at what she does.
Yep.
Well, I can't thank you enough for doing what you're doing, what Ferguson is doing. You can tell them what it meant to a veteran to get those dogs.
At the dedication, your mom is bringing the puppy up. I got lucky. I got to sit in the back a little, and I wanted to watch. And the smile that comes on these people's face, these guys and girls' face, just a smile alone, because of what you and Ferguson has done. I have one of the greatest jobs in the world. I watch these young men and women come in. They're timid, they're shy, and then we work them with the dogs and everything. And then 2, 3, 4 months later, their back's not against the wall. Yeah. Now they're out there, having a conversation, laughing, joking. And it's because of Ferguson and what you do with the dogs and how you take care of the veterans and the dogs. Yeah. Without you guys, we'd be hard-pressed to do what we do. It'd be very, very difficult. So, thank you. Thank you for what you do for us. Your mother's fantastic. She's a beautiful, nice lady. I really like her. But, again, people don't understand. It's a difficult task when it comes, showing what you do. It's hard. You have to come and visit us. You got to come see what we do and watch the smile on these young kids' faces. Yeah. And some of us old timers too. I got a service dog. Yeah. All right, but without Ferguson. No, like I said, we'd be very hard-pressed. So I appreciate everything that you've done for us. I really do. Yeah. Thank you.
I've always said K9 has the best of both worlds. And you said earlier, if you don't like dogs, you got to like veterans. If you don't like veterans, you got to like a dog. And if you don't belong on the planet.
Right. What are you doing here?
Like you said, what are you doing here? And it's true. I mean, these service dogs are a total game changer for our veterans. We've had over 200 service dogs through our program, and as you know, we lose 22 veterans a day to PTSD suicide. We haven't lost one veteran to suicide in the 10 years that we've been doing this, and it's all because these dogs. And it's because of these dogs that are keeping our veterans alive, and it gives them a new lease on life and a new mission in life. But again, it all goes back to we couldn't do what we do without the help that we get from organizations, especially like Ferguson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, I call it the gift that keeps on giving. It's like Christmas every day.
We're happy to help. It's the least we can
I'm
do.
sorry?
So we're happy to help. It's the least we can
Well,
do.
you know what? I can't thank you enough. I mean, you know, today's 9/11. It's a very somber day. You know, we lost so many people on 9/11 that this country needs to come together. Instead of being so split and separated by politics or religion or whatever, we need to come together.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, I'd like to take a moment right now just to remember everyone who lost their life on 9/11. I mean, you know, during that time, it brought our country together. It really did. I really thought that was the beginning of uniting this country, and now it seems like we're just split apart again.
Yep.
You know, so I just want to say that, you know, these service dogs saved the lives of our veterans. They really have. I mean, when I see them, like Kenny said, when I see them train with their service dogs, and they go from coming in apprehensive about the program, or is this for me? Is this going to work for me? I'm going to tell you, within 60 days, 90 days, you couldn't get that dog away from them. And again, when we presented those 7 dogs last year to those 7 veterans, they were literally amazed when we told them that one company had sponsored all 7 of those dogs. And again, it's all because of Ferguson and with the help that we've got from you, your mom, and just everybody associated with Ferguson. It's such an honor to be associated with such an amazing company. So,
It's
Tony,
an honor to be able to
I
help you guys with it. So you
know,
guys are doing the hard work.
You know, you do put in a lot of the hard work. I mean, you get everything organized, and you make our lives a little bit easier.
without a doubt.
All right, you do all the labor and everything. You might not be doing the lifting, but trust me, you're doing the lifting. All right, and I couldn't do what you do.
Tony,
I could help put a salt faucet in, though.
they just give me that 5-minute warning. With that, I want to conclude the broadcast tonight with thanking Ferguson, an amazing and outstanding company. Kirsten, your mom, we love working with her. You as well.
Yeah.
And everybody at Ferguson, thank you, and God bless you guys, the whole company and your whole organization, for supporting K9, because we couldn't do what we do without the help that we get from organizations like yours. Thank you so much for your time
Brother.
and everything you do for our veterans. God bless you, and thank you for joining us tonight for this broadcast, and we'll see you on the second Thursday of every month at 7:30 p.m. Good night.